Figgy is a wonderful gathering kickoff to the holiday season.
The pandemic has forced many holiday events to hit pause, but Figgy Pudding is finding a way forward.
Under this huge evergreen, there's a plaque.
This vacant fire station will become a new cultural center. But who is its namesake, William Gross?
Oh, that smells really good.
She's volunteered for 2 decades, serving meals to those in need. These stories and more, next on CityStream. Hello, I'm Nicole Sanchez. Welcome to CityStream from my living room. The dramatic rise in COVID cases has forced many of our holiday traditions to change. That includes a Seattle favorite that normally fills the streets with music and song. The annual Figgy Pudding caroling celebration has gone virtual this year, but with some high-tech magic and the inclusion of some new holiday traditions. It could be the best one yet. Brian Callanan explains.
It's known as the Great Figgy Pudding. And over the past 34 years, Seattle's tribute to holiday caroling has grown.
Figgy celebration, there's so much fanfare with it.
Heal the world, make it. There are dozens of singing groups.
Figgy is a wonderful gathering kickoff to the holiday season.
And more than 12,000 people pack the streets downtown each December to listen. So what happens when a pandemic hits? And a holiday tradition has to go quiet.
In the state of Washington, you can't actually sing in a choir right now. And so we have to be compliant to all of that.
Well, there's an old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get Figgy.
We always say Figgy's fun, but Figgy helps.
Jeannie Falls is executive director of the Pike Market Senior Center and Food Bank, which rely on Figgy Pudding as their major fundraiser for the year.
People do come to Figgy Pudding and go, I love Figgy Pudding, but they don't know necessarily that it benefits the Senior Center and Food Bank.
You like brown rice?
Because of the pandemic, the Senior Center's sit-down meals have been replaced by free to-go meals served 7 days a week. The food bank is now handing out food outside, not inside, to keep everyone safe. But if you've ever wondered what an essential business really is during COVID-19, consider the work of the Senior Center and Food Bank, now pivoting to deliver meals and maybe some hope to people suffering the most.
We serve a free breakfast and lunch 7 days a week, so people have a little bit of stability in their lives during this kind of chaotic and crazy time that we're in. And it's something you can count on.
So, can you count on the Senior Center and Food Bank? Absolutely. And should you count out the Figgy Pudding celebration this year? Absolutely not. So wait, if choirs aren't supposed to be singing, then what's that sound?
Oh, it's really crazy, and it's complicated because of the pandemic, of course.
Thank you. That's producer David Dockstader, better known as Docs, and he actually lives on Crazy and Complicated. That fireworks program you see at the Space Needle every year? Yeah, that's Docs running the show. But a singing celebration during a pandemic? Now there's a real challenge.
I will pitch the bottom for you if you just allow me permission.
It's just all hands on deck right now. It's very complex.
Scene 619, take one.
Take a look behind the scenes at how Docs pulled this off. Singers assembled in a socially distant formation with clear masks so you can see their faces. Then, their pre-recorded music played on a loudspeaker during their performance. And here's the secret, almost as big as Santa Claus's true identity, they're lip-syncing. Later, editors matched up this video with high-quality versions of the audio. To create a televised special to air on King 5. The production here doesn't show half of the work and the coaching that's gone on to get groups who usually sing live to go virtual.
And so we've had to show people how to do Zoom and how to use many different types of software and mix all the voices together.
We wanted to do something different this year, so why not?
Christian Shibeshi and the Medhan Ilam Evangelical Church Choir are at Figgy for the first time and proud to show the spirit of their Ethiopian and East African heritage.
As much as we can, we want our culture to be known by the international community.
They're singing songs in Amharic about finding a Savior in a time of need, about a God who provides rest. Messages that hit home this year, maybe more than ever.
This is a time where it's very lonely and depressing, and we wanted to show that, you know, even though in this dark time, something good can come out of it.
Tell all your friends you heard us sing.
Longtime Figgy favorites like the Beaconettes are back this year too. Mellet Winston directs this group of beehive-bedecked ladies and tries to keep up with the catchy, customized lyrics.
All the words are done by members of the group. All I do is direct the music. They're the clever ones.
This group has met virtually during the lockdown, and it was no mean feat figuring out a lip-sync song and dance maneuver in coronavirus mode.
It's hard. It's a technical effort for sure.
But these performers, like Helen Casandino and the Hounds of Music from UW, say the added health protocols and the hassles of high-tech editing are worth it.
It's weird hearing yourself sing. It's easier to be more critical, but honestly, just to have this to gear up for, I think, as a group was really important for us.
Thankfully, you don't need a lot of high-tech to show your holiday spirit. You can go to the Figgy Pudding website.
We're lucky that, you know, we can use what we love to benefit those who really need holiday cheer and need help in this time.
We felt like we wanted to show support as a part of the community.
Anything we can do to help is important.
So have yourself a Figgy little holiday, Seattle. This year isn't the same, but listen closely. And it just might turn out a whole lot better.
When the rains come.
With all this COVID and all this stay at home, this is where we try to bring back some normalcy back into Seattle. So it feels really good to do this.
And then we don't feel so sad.
You can listen to and vote for your favorite caroling team at figgypudding.org. Then tune in to King 5 on Friday, December 11th at 7:30 p.m. for the televised Figgy Pudding special. Next on CityStream, his name will grace the city's new African American Center. But who was William Gross? The history of the Central area is coming full circle as a local group works to convert an old fire station into a new African American cultural center. It'll be named after William Gross, the city's most successful 19th century Black entrepreneur and founder of Seattle's earliest Black community. Felix Spinell has the story from Fire Station 6.
The old fire station at Gessler and 23rd, Fire Station 6, has been sitting mostly vacant for a decade. It has a long history that stretches back to 1932. It's an architectural treasure, a visual landmark in the central area, and a place with a lot of potential.
So this is the main space for gathering, connection, events, performance, presentations.
The firefighters and trucks are long gone. They moved to a new station nearby in 2013. But a new era for the old station is about to begin. Seattle residents, led by a community group called Africa Town Land Trust, will transform the building into the William Gross Center for Cultural Innovation and Enterprise. William Gross's image is painted on a utility box across from the old station. But Seattle's early black entrepreneur is not exactly a household name.
William Gross is definitely an under-recognized pioneer. He played a significant role in the regeneration of Seattle after the Great Fire, and he bought 12 acres of land from Henry Yesler in 1882 that established the Central District as a settling place for people of African descent. And that's what we see the William Gross Center for Cultural Innovation and Enterprising presenting a great opportunity to do.
Wyking Garrett is CEO of Africa Town Land Trust. In June 2020, the City of Seattle agreed to transfer Fire Station 6 to the nonprofit group. The exact details are still being worked out, but plans are in motion.
And now we have an opportunity to repurpose it as a space that not only provides a vital function of bringing economic development, cultural development, community development, and really be a major vessel and vehicle for the regeneration of the black community that has made its home here in the Central District.
The possible transfer of assets like Fire Station 6 was first identified as part of something called an equity analysis when Seattle was updating its long-range plan. It's now an element of the city's Equitable Development Initiative.
And the equity analysis just told us what the community knew around no matter what growth strategy the city was going to go with, there was going to be communities which are going to be impacted by both displacement, by lack of opportunity. And one of those neighborhoods and communities were the central area community that has been historically African-American community. That's where they were redlined, and they created homes and opportunities for themselves.
This isn't the first time a city resource has been dedicated to William Gross.
Under this huge evergreen, there's a plaque. And this plaque was the dedication of William Gross Park.
Stephanie Johnson Tolliver is president of the Black Heritage Society of Washington. The history group led the effort to name a park in Madison Valley in 1983.
His business was Our House, and Our House was a restaurant and hotel. And it was, people would come to town and visit. They would stay at this hotel, very popular hotel. He was well accepted by all communities in Seattle. He made loans to people. He was a philanthropist, all of those big things.
Stephanie Johnson Tolliver says the Seattle of William Gross's time, from the 1860s to the 1890s, was not yet a place where segregation or racial prejudice against black people had taken hold.
When he arrived, the community was really accepting of him, and he was able to move in circles that maybe you wouldn't expect that he would be able to move in at that time.
William Gross became a wealthy entrepreneur in 19th century Seattle. He's also considered the founder of Seattle's first black neighborhood in Madison Valley. But a 1944 academic account of Gross's move from downtown to Madison is not exactly complimentary. It describes the neighborhood's growth as an invasion of Negroes. The redlining and those racial covenants followed soon after. Uba Gardira says that Fire Station 6 can help address these multiple historic wrongs.
Transferring city-owned properties or investing in communities that have been impacted by racially restrictive covenants, redlining, widespread disinvestment is the right direction for the city to take right now, to partner with and work with these communities to build wealth.
Timing for the project and plans for raising the money required to transform the old fire station into the William Gross Center for Cultural Innovation and Enterprise will come in 2021. In the meantime, Africa Town Land Trust is looking to the future, but keeping an eye on the past.
The city and the mayor and the city council and the people on that side are able to finally embrace the opportunity and facilitate the community moving forward in this way. So I think that's the positive, and it speaks to just sticking to it.
The African Town Land Trust hopes to begin renovating the old fire station in early 2021 and dedicate the William Gross Center for Cultural Innovation later in the year. For 20 years, she's been a friendly face to those in need. The story of Maria Lamarca Anderson as CityStream continues. Welcome back to CityStream. The recent rise in coronavirus cases has made life difficult for the unsheltered. One person lending a hand is Maria Lamarca Anderson, the Director of Communications at UW Bothell. For more than 20 years, she's volunteered her time delivering meals to the homeless. Enrique Cerna shows us how Maria connects with those in need.
Right now we're going to go to the Seattle Center because there's a lot of people who spend their days there. I mean, it's really too bad right now. You know, the armory closed. There's really no place for them to go, so they just, you know, their habit is to spend their days at the armory, so now they just spend their days outside the armory. Oh, that smells really good. You know, my car smells really good. Yeah, so Musong, they have been doing this since the very beginning, like the first weekend of the lockdown. They were providing food or meals, full meals, to anyone who needed them. Just right away, they just responded to what was happening.
There's always people who are in need of food.
Would you like some juice?
You know, it's the one thing I can do. I can't make masks, I can't make face shields. There's a huge need. So this is the main place I go, but I've also gone to Capitol Hill. There's a lot of people there on Broadway and Pike. And again, downtown and the Pioneer Square area. I have been delivering for Chicken Soup Brigade. What used to be Chicken Soup Brigade is now Lifelong, I think just Lifelong. It used to be Lifelong AIDS Alliance. 24 years, actually, once a week. That's the longest commitment I've kept.
Would you like a meal? Would you like a meal?
Yes, thank you. This was a natural extension of that. You know, I was already used to, you know, providing me meals. Here, it's a little different in that it's totally cold calling. You know, you don't know what kind of a reception you're going to get. It's a mixed bag. Most people are, you know, just say yes, I'd love a meal.
Do you want some juice?
No.
No, you're good. Okay.
Yeah, I have a bottle of water.
You got a bottle of water?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You guys be awesome.
You got to stay hydrated. Yeah.
And then there are people who, you know, they've just maybe had a meal and are good and just say it says to give it to the next person, and you know, that's always startling to me because here's a free meal and they have nothing, but they're willing to say, you know, hey, I've had a sandwich today, give it to someone else who can use it. It is so humbling. It is so humbling.
You gotta have pretty much everything, you know, on the fly. You just don't want to run out because you can't go to no stores and get anything.
Everyone deserves to be treated with respect and dignity, so, you know, do unto others.
You'd like a meal? How are you doing? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You hanging?
You're a savior.
Oh well, I don't know about that, but I'm doing what I can.
When the people are just so genuinely grateful for anything,
Where do you spend your night?
it teaches me a lesson too. You know, for the things that I have, and And it also makes me want to share even more. You know, I wish I could do more. Right now it's just not possible, but there is so much more need now than during this pandemic than there has been. You know, when I go around, I don't know when I'm going to come back, and so, you know, some people have asked that, and I tell them I can't promise you, but I'll, you know, I give them a day. But I want to always be there for them, you know, while this is happening. And if there are free meals, you know, I don't cook myself, but if there are free meals and there are restaurants that provide them, I'll bring them around. All done. We have a little juice left, but that's about it. So I'd say that's a good day. Thank you. Yeah, take care. Okay, bye-bye. Hashtag we all do what we can. That's my favorite thing to say.
Maria hands out meals 3 days a week. And as we mentioned, she's been doing this now for more than 2 decades. And we'll be right back with a special performance. We end this show the same way it started, with music. During this challenging and stressful year, music has been a source of comfort to many. We hope you enjoy the seniors from the class of 2020 Ballard High School Choir performing For Good from the hit musical Wicked.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed. For good.
What a nice way to end this episode of CityStream. Thank you again to the Ballard High School Choir and its director, Courtney Rowley. I'm Nicole Sanchez. Daisy and I would like to thank you for watching. Take care.